Motionless in White feel bigger than ever right now. Afraid of the Dark has been putting in numbers, topping the Billboard's hard rock chart. They're touring arenas with Bring Me the Horizon. They just announced their new album, Decades. And now they've dropped a new single with Corey Taylor from Slipknot. This feels like a massive moment for the band. If Motionless in White carry on like this, I genuinely feel like they could challenge the likes of Falling in Reverse and Bring Me the Horizon as the biggest modern metal band. They stayed relevant for 20 years of metalcore. And through that time, they perfected their visuals and sound. You may not like them, but you gotta respect the grind. But the real question is, can this song top Afraid of the Dark? I've been away and I've honestly been avoiding this song like the plague. It's been all over my newsfeed. All right, let's check it out. Nice bit of riffage. Oh, Corey comes straight in. Let's turn the show. It's a lyric video. Such a Slipknot rhythm there. He loves a motherfucker. That was a lovely riff. Here comes the chorus. So edgy. A little bit cringe, but gotta love it. Still sounds great, Corey. Oh, Corey's singing it now. I love it when they switch up the chorus. Little puppets reference there. I see you. I see you.
Cashing all your clicks, let the drama dig a gold mine. Desperate for a fix, as your pixel perfect will tries. Grovel like a bitch on your knees.
See what you got for the breakdown.
Let the fucking dirt off my boots like a good dog.
Oh. It's a juicy pinch harmonic. That's fat. Here comes Corey.
On your knees for the applause. Lick the fucking dirt off my boots like a good dog.
Wow, that was angry.
Growing your business can...
I loved how Corey was a constant throughout the whole song. He didn't just have a token part in the breakdown. It was like duet screaming, which was really cool. It was satisfyingly heavy. As someone that's into much heavier music than Motionless In White, they don't sound tame by any means. Like if you heard that song isolated, you wouldn't think it's from a band as big as Motionless In White. That was pretty heavy. Yeah, really punchy, lovely production. The chorus was interesting. It was catchy, but it didn't detract from the heaviness of the song, and it kept flowing. It was so groovy. There was a satisfying amount of F-bombs in that song for sure. It was like appealing to the edgy teenager, which was a little bit cheesy for myself as a 30-year-old man, but you know, I see it's a playful song. I liked that the lyrical content was quite topical with like rage baiting and content and people doing stuff for clicks and stuff. Like it was quite relatable in that fact. Usually artists will go for something a little bit more vague and not so on the nose, but I quite liked that. I think it suited the heavy vibe to be a bit more specific on the things that are annoying you as a band, as a lyricist. I've heard in a few interviews and stuff that this is obviously the album's called Decades, and it's a celebration of their sound and also a throwback. I can definitely hear that in this. There's a little bit of each of their albums, and with the lyrical themes of like puppets. The motherfucker was definitely from one of, I can't remember which song, but I've heard that before in a couple Motionless In White songs. It's nice. It's kind of like a thank you to the fans without saying it. Little tip to the hat. It's like a little Easter eggs in a way that like reward people for knowing about the band. Really cool. You can tell that a lot of love's gone into this, a lot of thoughts and prayers. I liked the Slipknot influences as well. You could definitely tell at the start there was a little bit of DMB, which Slipknot use an eyeless, and like probably a tip to the hat of that. And also the rhythms of how they were screaming were very like self-titled Slipknot era. But I think my highlight was definitely the callout line, lick the dirt off my boots like a good dog. That's just never gonna get old. Honestly, I don't really have any notes. I think for a heavy song, it was the right amount of heavy. For a feature, it had more than I expected of Corey. It was still catchy. It was still groovy. It's going to go straight in the gym playlist. It's like just a proper gym banger, catchy, heavy, bit of Slaughterhouse vibes. But they still had a tip to the hat to the older sounds, a good pinch of Slipknot. Honestly, it was a perfect, decent, heavy song. Is it better than Afraid of the Dark? I think Afraid of the Dark had a little bit something special. I think it's harder to write a song like Afraid of the Dark, and I think Afraid of the Dark is a more satisfying, well-rounded song, which still goes really heavy, but that chorus is like world class. I think it'd be weird if Playing God had a chorus like that. A heavy song is just by design a little bit more two-dimensional, but it achieved the goals of being that heavy gym banger. But yeah, I think if you're comparing the two, Afraid of the Dark slightly edges it. They're both 5-star songs for me. What a run Motionless In White are having. This comeback, this celebration, this Decades album, I think is definitely going to be a shout for album of the year for me personally, and lots of others in the modern metalcore scene. Judging from the first 2 singles we've heard, I think you're going to get a little bit of everything on this album. Like, we've already had a classic Motionless In White song with like a world-class chorus in Afraid of the Dark. We've had the heavy song in Playing God of a feature. I think we're going to get, maybe a more industrial sounding song like Cyberhex. We're going to get a more gimmicky sort of fun song like Werewolf. There's going to be like a song for everyone on this, and it's going to be a celebration of all their most popular sounds. But yeah, I think Playing God's going to be a fan favorite, especially those older fans of Motionless In White that maybe prefer the heavier stuff. This is going to be a cult classic for sure. But yeah, what a moment Motionless In White are having, touring with Bring Me the Horizon right now. I don't think we're going to see them support that often in times to come, because they're such a big band. They need to be headlining. People want to go out and see them, and they need to be bringing up other bands. But if they keep on this momentum, there's no reason they can't be headlining festivals and are veterans of the scene now. I feel like they're finally getting the respect they deserve. They don't feel like sort of nostalgic looking back. They solidly feel like torchbearers of the modern metal scene. And I'm really happy for them. But yeah, let me know what you think. Was this better than Afraid of the Dark? Are you looking forward to Decades? Is it going to be album of the year? If you like this video, give it a like. Think about subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one.